What's up, party people? So, we are back at the crib, and we getting ready for to have another day at work. At least I can say I got a job. I know where my next dollar coming from. Somebody that's thirsty, you know? And people think that just because it get cold, that people don't get thirsty. I had a woman told me that last time when I first got back home. I had to raise money for a lawnmower to cut the grass where I'm at, the land keep it. And I'm you dig, it's like October, November. I'm in November. It's cold. I'm selling water. And a woman got off the bus like, you trying to sell cold water in the winter? I said, just because it's cold don't mean people don't drink water, you know? And she just like, she actually swallowed that and just walked off. But you know, we're gonna try to expand and try to put some edibles or something like that involved with it, because it's getting kind of boring. You know, some people like this kind of tea, some people don't like this kind of tea, and then before you know it, you heard me, I'm shopping for this kind of tea for this person and don't have this type of tea for that person. So I'm trying to make it to where I can have all like 4 different teas or something like that, you dig? But we're coming out of this book here, man, and what we're gonna talk about out of this book is how people sit here and try to make believe like God ain't the one that put the power in you to gain the word, like you know what I'm saying? I really don't be liking to get ugly with this, but I'm gonna try to put this in perspective. You heard me? You get beside yourself. Before you know it, you go to acting like you the one that put this together. You put the world together. You put the stars in place and everything. Because you done got, some. You might want to call yourself a preacher. Or you done got some edification of the word or whatever. Then perk people ears up and everything. Let me just explain this like this. Coming out of Galatians chapter 3, it says, O foolish Galatians, who had bewitched you that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ had been evidently set forth, crucified among you. This only would I learn of you. Receive ye the Spirit by the words of the law, or by the hearing of faith. Okay? Are ye so foolish? Having begun in the Spirit, are ye now made perfect by flesh? And this is it's gonna take a rocket scientist, but I mean, you start getting manipulated by people thinking that, man, you could do what you want, you know what I'm saying? Because you got people following you, or, people look up to you as the man of God because you help change people's lives and all that stuff, and they really give you praise and all this other stuff, man. This is not for you to get big-headed with, bro, and start taking upon yourself to just start misleading people and everything because they look up to you. When you have people look up to you, bro, it's hard not to drop the ball, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? And do something to where, it'll discourage some people to be like, I can't believe he did that. Or, it'll definitely, like, draw everything left, dog. It'll be like, just like we all was children when we found out that Santa Claus wasn't real. It seriously destroyed a lot of people. I mean, I never believed the dude. I don't care how old I was. When they were telling me how some fool come sliding down your chimney and all that type of stuff, bro, I'm like, bro, we don't even have a chimney on our roof, so I know we're not going to see this clown. You heard me? So I know he ain't fake. If it takes a chimney for a fool to do something like that, bro, look, yeah, guess what? Man, I never believed in him. people was telling me he was real and everything. I'm like, man, go ahead, man. Get on with that, man. Flying reindeers. I'm living in the St. Thomas Project, bro. I'm living in the St. Thomas Project. Do you know what was going on back in 83 and 84 in the St. Thomas Projects for me? I'm like, bro, Santa Claus is not coming in no St. Thomas Project. But it was all right. It was all right. You know, this was they were teaching us in school and everything. And I'm like, it's okay. Go ahead. Teach us that. Go ahead. Give us some of that false hope or whatever. You know, I didn't look at it like false hope back then. I was too young to even much know what that kind of word even carried. But it's just, man, it's hard to trick a project kid. I mean, for the most of them, for the most of us, you know what I'm saying? A lot of kids, you know, it's just not that easy, bro. All right, it's just not that damn easy. But you know, that's what these fools get to doing. Once they get the word and they, oh man, they start doing so good or whatever. I don't know. Some of them come right out the door doing stupid, dog. I mean, they bought in to carry on the tradition to only screw around with the flock. When it comes to a wolf in sheep clothing, you got to understand something. Majority of the people that are preaching the word as leaders of the word, they are not at all blood-related tribe members. Majority of them are not blood-related tribe members. Not in these days and ages. So believe me, there are nothing but wolves in sheep clothing, manipulating you, perverting the word so that your soul and your sins can be, you know what I'm saying, unforgiven and condemned. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? Why else would they be indulging in the word like they do? You know what I'm saying? Pervertedly. But you could get mad at me from pointing it out and everything, but you know, I could see if you was mad at me from telling you the wrong things about the Bible and manipulating you and doing all the things that, you know, I could see if it was that, but it's only by what they call it, popularity and minority type of things that you seriously hate the truth of the gospel, that we are not supposed to act like this. We are not supposed to be heathens. The heathens are supposed to be heathens. And we are not even supposed to judge them and point the finger at them. Instead, we're supposed to always be able to give them sound mind and edifying of the word for whatever situation they're going through, whatever question they ask, all that type of stuff. And give them a passage to escape the devil. Not to kick them out and lock them out and say, no, you wanted to play, you stay out there. Some of these fools, you got to do that too, because they come in trying to manipulate you and take God for a joke. You know how you got those people. They're not sincere in it. And this is what the Holy Spirit can do for you. It can make it to where, hey, you know exactly what's what, who's doing what, and everything. It says it in the Bible, man. Test his faith. Not cause him to fall, because it says, woe to that man who caused his brother to fall. None of that. But to watch him in his faith to see what he's doing. You believe in God? Okay, come on. You could join. Come on. Not just watch him. Test him. See what he gonna do. You know, don't hurt him or nothing like that, man. No, that's not what we're here for. But if we're gonna test you, hey, this sister's a prostitute. Go and minister to her. But you gotta be the one to train this person for this type of stuff, to get them ready to go, to be prepared to go out there. That's what disciples all about. Come to find out that the man who was naked with Jesus, that guy that was naked, everybody got their little twixed and fixed on it, and I'm like, that's not basically the reason why that boy was naked. They're making it out to be perverted why that boy was naked. But I mean, come on, right? Jesus could not fulfill this, talking about fornication and adultery and all that type of perverted stuff, bruh, and be involved in that type of stuff. No, man. If anything, there's a passage that lets you know something about Jesus that I'm not going to reveal to you. It's just not that serious right now. But the boy that was naked said, bruh, it was a time when they came off of Mount Sinai and God told the tribes, said, don't put your clothes back on. Keep your clothes off. They walked around butt naked for a long time, dog. Because God said, I got to see what I'm going to do with you. He needed to see their nakedness to see who was infected and everything. Because, I mean, picture, you on a mountain. You look down, everybody been having fun down there. They playing. You know how long they was down there doing that for? You know how long? That was like days and weeks they was down there doing that. Kids and everything. That's why God said, don't put on your clothes. Tell them keep their clothes off. If God wasn't real, tell me why they kept their clothes off. They knew they better listen. They needed to find out who was infected. The boy that was naked, bro. A lot of tribes walk around naked. To this day, tribes walk around naked. He was just one of those tribes, most likely, that walked around naked. Okay? Not only that, most likely, he was, just pure. He didn't believe in wearing clothes. They got people that does that now. I think there was a woman called Lady Godiva. I don't know nothing about the woman, but, miss me on that one. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, that man was most likely a meteor for God, for Jesus. And on the spot, if he needed him to get ready and prep him to mediate, he had to worry about, because he did have something covering him. But he wasn't decked out in like jeans and socks and all that type of stuff. But that don't pervert the situation. And this is what a lot of people does in the gospel. Instead of finding a solution of a real accurate reason of why some things went down. Like Jesus had, people who was laying in his chest and everything. He's a comforter. Most likely this was a kid that was in out there in them streets getting beat up and all that type of stuff. People was getting beat up and raped all the time out there, bro. I mean, come on, right? You can't even pass through a village without them wanting to take and the whole city get involved on you and everything. So imagine this man, Jesus, allowing himself to be the comforter, the big brother, the mom and dad and everything. Come on, and petting them, Cold world, bro. It's a hard world, especially when, loved ones die, pass away, you're all alone and all that. Man, Jesus was the man. Straight up. So you gotta give it your best, bro, when it comes to doing this gospel. You can't give in to all the mumbo jumbles. Read it yourself, man. This is a relationship. And when it comes to relationships, bro, you cannot cheat on it. Alright? You can't get mad at it, you can't cheat on it. You gotta love it for everything that it says. You dig? So, that's guerrilla gospel, man. You heard me? And we're going to say, let the angels say amen. May the angels say amen. And let the world say word.